Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to some more The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Um, Previously, we've been running around telling people about our crazy dreams, and now we are going to try to convince Mr. Bryden to let us excavate because our father excavated with his brother some odd years ago.
What do you make of this stone, Mr. Bryden? It was strapped to my father's journal.
Wait
Figured
a minute. Let me see that.
he'd know better than anybody.
By God.
Ooh.
Wait here a moment. I need to get something from inside.
Okay.
I waited for what felt like an age. I now realize that Mr. Bryden must have been in a great debate with himself, wondering whether or not to share his own piece of the mystery with me. The goat stared at me, seemingly in pity, as I stood there in that rolling fog. Finally, Mr. Bryden emerged.
Now then, as far as I know, what I have here is the only thing that Samuel brought back from Barrow. Take a
Brought
look.
back from Barrow. Ooh,
Incredible!
it's
A
another
pair!
That's been in my drawer ever since Samuel passed. I suppose it might be important, so I kept it safe. Fate is clearly playing a part in your arrival, lass.
Please, Mr. Bryden, allow me to excavate Hobbs Barrow, a place that is no more than dirt and stone.
You're not gonna give up, are you, lass?
I'm not.
Samuel managed to say one thing about those men that helped him. I think it's time I tell you.
Yes?
He stuttered out that one of those fellows could barely walk after they got out of there. Tongue-tied too, the man were.
My father.
You what?
My father. He had an accident around 25 years ago that left him bedbound and unable to talk.
Aye, could be him.
My mother told me it happened in a horse riding accident.
Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. Something unnatural occurred, I know it.
Mr. Bryden, we must rely on our rational faculties to explain any...
Promise me you'll be careful. Any sign of trouble, leave without hesitation and we board that accursed place up again. Understood?
Wait, you're giving me permission to excavate?
Aye. Against me better
Well,
judgment.
that was easy.
I don't have the energy to stop you, lass.
Thank you so much. I
You
am
wore that
grateful.
poor man down,
Don't make me
Thomasina.
regret my decision. Take Samuel's stone.
Are you sure?
Aye. Give it back to me when you're finished, though.
I promise. Thank you. I'll be sure to show you my discoveries, Mr. Bryden.
I'd rather you don't.
Okay.
Now then, I've got things to get on with.
I don't suppose you can spare any labour to help me with the dig?
Don't push your luck.
She's
lass.
walking with a cane,
Market's on
Thomasina.
today. Plenty of able-bodied men about. Ta-ra now.
Ta-da! Permission
Like
granted.
that,
The
I
excavation can now
finally
go
had
ahead.
permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
You have to four men down.
As exciting as that was, I was distracted by what Mr. Bryden said of his brother's associate. There was no doubt in my mind that father was the stricken man he spoke of. You told me he was crippled after coming off his horse. Why did you lie to me? To protect me? To stop me from following in his footsteps? You failed, and so did Charles Bryden. He should have said no. He should have never given me that stone.
Um.
You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth. I've already taken one.
Okay, I don't know why we did that, but okay.
Hello? Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Did you see a young girl with blonde hair pass by here?
No, lass. There you are. Are you Thomasina Bateman?
Don't tell me. Are you Lennon's shoulder?
That's my name.
How marvellous. It's me, Leonard Shoulder.
Heavens,
Son of a
I've
bitch.
given up on finding you.
Please take a seat, Miss Bateman. We have much to discuss.
You've proven to be quite the enigma, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm mortified. I offer you 1,000 apologies. You see, I've been bound to me bed these past few days with a terrible fever.
Oh.
How dreadful. I take it you're feeling better now?
Aye. I were on me way to find you when I stopped here to catch me breath. I've not much go in me these days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I were worried you'd have given up on me and left town.
I had no idea what had become of you, Mr. Shoulder. I spent a good amount of time pounding on your front door.
I'm embarrassed, I really am. I've been doing my best to sleep through the fever. I am so very sorry. Please accept my apology, Miss Bateman.
Fine, Mr. Shoulder. I've come all this way. Let us speak of the business at hand.
Marvelous.
I've just learned that my father was part of a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow some 25 years ago. Why didn't you mention this in your letter?
What? Where did you hear that?
I have my means.
I swear, Miss Bateman, I had no idea.
I don't believe any of
I
you
take it you will
people.
also deny delivering me my father's journal?
What?
I'm confused. What journal?
My father's journal was slipped under my... It wasn't you who did this.
I'm sorry.
I've been bound to me bed, lass.
Hmm.
What an extraordinary... You are following in your father's footsteps.
It would seem so, Mr. Shoulder. Why did you invite me to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
I've always been curious about the cult. My father told me all sorts of stories about it when I were a wee fellow. Stories that some folk around here take a little too seriously.
How did you know about me?
I saw you're in a young lady travelling about the land.
But why do you...
I want to my cure.
I must say, I am... Mr. Bryden has given me permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Marvelous. I'm sorry you've had to. When do we start?
Tomorrow, I hope. But first, I need... There's too much work.
I see. Bewley has its fair share.
Did you know my father?
I don't believe so. What's his name?
William Bateman.
I will
He was
listen
in
to his
Bewley for at
Thomas.
least a few days, from my understanding.
I'm sorry, lass. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Are you sure you had no idea of my father's involvement in the previous excavation?
I'm quite sure. A most fascinating coincidence, but nothing more than that.
I'm starting to wonder if it's more than mere coincidence, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman, I did not take you for a credulous individual.
None of the... Is this your glove?
I've been looking. Where did
In the alley behind the plough and farm. Were you there?
As I say,
How odd.
You lie.
Here.
thank you.
What do you make of these strange stones, Mr. Shoulder? They seem to originate from the previous excavation. One belonged to my father, the other to Samuel Bryden.
Marvelous things. They look ancient.
I agree. I've never seen any... This is my
Incredible. Can I look in?
You may.
See, is he
Look
gonna...
at these drawings. Wonder what it all means.
You and I both. It all feels...
I'm sure you'll find.
Tell me more of...
It is said that
Yep,
everyone in Bewley, but the version the goblin were deemed to be.
What can you tell me about the...
Oh, it was back then. Samuel Bryden hadn't harvested it. Even Hernwood was sick. Berries with folks start disease. People were gone.
That sounds terrible.
Aye, these things happen in it were long. A rumour took root in revenge for some unperceived. The villagers believed that ridding the
Hogwash. My father...
whether it were his intended, but whatever it were that Samuel, the crop started to grow. Bewley were no longer in the grip. You must understand. They don't want you to, as far as the thought of another excavation.
This does
And it's also why
Except for you.
I want
Surely you don't...
not to, however, did it? No. I can coincide
So what do you think they found?
that.
Okay.
Who was the third man?
I'm afraid, although I'd heard about the atmosphere in the, and besides, the
Tell me more about...
Oh my gosh.
latter of my father stood sacked. I read the cob.
A colour...
Sorry, I have to skip through some of...
What is it?
Well, just super.
I met a creature at Hobbs Barrow. It told me it had saved my father from... I'll admit the coincidence.
A remarkable.
But there is still... The goblin told me. Proof... Surely enough.
Very queer indeed.
There's that word again.
Shoulder. You invited me here, and not only that, something. This must.
It's true, but please.
Okay, are we done? Can I get up now?
Repeat.
Oh my gosh.
It will.
Gee.
Certainly.
Thank you. We have some
I
and right. Time for I'll be there all.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I promise I am not be. See you.
Okay, can we finally get on with the game?
I was starting to wonder.
Alright. Mystery Man revealed. Alright.
The day was starting to test me. The word coincidence felt in. It was after that first. What if my dream wasn't just. What if it was all more? What if that.
Alright. Can we finally get back to some gameplay? There's Puppy.
Hey, boy.
Um. That is an eyeball. That is a painting.
Hello, dear.
Good day.
Sydney, must you be so unruly? Run along home now, won't you?
I believe we've met.
Miss Thomasina Bateman, the famous antiquarian.
My reputation precedes me.
Who are
I
you?
can assure you it does.
And you are?
James,
Just James?
Are you a painter?
you see this beck before you. Look at the water. See how it tumbles and falls. I seek one spot on which my eyes can rest, be it a stone or a small corner of the current. I meet it with my gaze, and out of the tumbling and falling, a new land rises. I see a new world.
You certainly have the eloquence of an artist. What are you painting?
A new world.
Quite the ambition.
Apparently
Indeed,
a purple world.
My ambition knows no bounds.
Can I see it?
Not yet. It's not finished. Such a world is not complete without you in it.
You flatter me, James.
Nonsense. Say you'll let me paint you.
Why not?
Magnificent. You shall be the shining star of my new world.
I don't really have the time now, though. Perhaps later?
Don't fret, my dear. When the time comes, I shall call on thee.
You'll
Capital.
call on me?
What do you make of this stone?
It looks antique. You might want to keep a hold of it.
Do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I'd like to know more about you, Thomasina. What time do you like to rise in the morning? How do you like your tea? What makes you happy?
Well, I like to rise early and watch the sunrise.
With your husband, I'm sure.
Nope.
No, I'm currently unentangled.
Such a view should be shared with at least a lover.
Oh my.
Do you deem yourself fit for this position?
Indubitably. But do go on. How do you like your tea?
Hot, with just a splash of milk.
No sugar, of course.
No sugar.
It rots the teeth. Your smile is as dazzling as the Himalayan snow.
Oh, James.
And finally, what makes you happy?
Spending time with my father.
I should like to meet him.
Perhaps you will. And you, James? I propose the same queries to you.
All in good time. My truths will surround you in good time.
Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
A man of Bewley?
Yes.
I care not for the men of Bewley. Only for the visitors.
Was that your dog?
Yes, his name is Sydney. Quite the excitable pup. Don't mind his bark. The little fellow wouldn't hurt a fly.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
A fine gentleman. Now
I'm
that
telling you,
is
he's
someone
Lord
who
Panswick.
commands respect.
I'm
Do
telling
know
you
him
now.
personally?
No, I don't think anyone can really claim that. But what a tiring subject. Shall we discuss something a little more
I'm on to you,
exciting?
Lord Panswick.
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
Alright. Well, I wonder if the market is set up now. Yes. Oh, it's Miss
Hello, Miss
Tompkins.
Tompkins.
Hello.
We weren't introduced earlier. My name is Thomasina.
Mom,
How do you fare, Miss Tompkins?
I'm waiting for Mr. Ambrose. Have you seen him?
Who's that?
The milkman. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I've no milk for his lordship.
I'm afraid I haven't seen him. You are in the employ of Lord Panswick.
Aye, he employs Arthur Bewley in one way or another.
Who is Miss Fenchurch?
His lordship's housekeeper.
I'm in need of some help for my excavation. Do you think his lordship could lend me some of his labourers?
Maybe.
Might you introduce me to him?
Sorry, Ma'am, but his lordship doesn't take visitors. Any road, I must wait here for Mr. Ambrose. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I've no milk for his lordship.
I could try to
If
find
Mr.
some milk.
Ambrose doesn't turn up, and I find you some milk, would you be able to introduce me to Lord Panswick?
His lordship really doesn't like visitors, Ma'am.
I'll take the risk.
Miss Fenchurch will be cross with me.
I'll take the risk.
But she'll be even crosser if I come back without fresh milk.
So, do we have a deal?
Aye, bring me some milk and I'll take you to his lordship.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But hopefully Mr. Ambrose will arrive soon.
Have you been waiting long for Mr. Ambrose?
Aye, he should have been here a good 2 hours ago.
Well, the train
He's
was
here every
down.
market day, you see. He sells only the freshest milk. Miss Fenchurch swears by it. I hope misfortune hasn't befallen him on his way here.
I'm sure he will turn up.
Oh, I hope so.
I'll let you know if I...
Thank you, ma'am. But tell me if you see...
I will.
Okay.
Good day.
There's Sydney.
Hey up.
Yo.
I'm having some trouble extricating a knife from a table in the plough and furrow. Might I borrow a pair of pliers?
A knife, you say? I can get that out for you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Crozier.
Think nothing of it. Wait here.
They don't even show him walking off screen.
That were a struggle. Here you are.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
I'm a blacksmith, not a cattle
No,
farmer.
they might have some in like a
Quite.
fridge or something.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
Yeah, I feel like I don't need to go blabbing to everybody that my... Oh, it's an apple.
Good day.
Freshly picked apples, miss. Would you like to try one on the house like?
Sure, thank you.
Yes, please.
Here you are, miss.
The apple looks somewhat rotten. It's riddled with holes.
Joe, perhaps you've had enough sugar?
Don't you start an all. Hands off me, sugar.
I think this is supposed to be for all the patrons, sir.
I said hands off.
Come on, Joe. Be nice to our visitors.
Ha! This place has gone to buggery.
Dude, it's a sugar cube. Thank you. Hi.
You found old Leonard, I see.
Don't
Yes,
get me started.
finally. I've had some rather unbelievable news, Stanley.
Oh? Remarkable.
Quite the coincidence, is it not?
Remarkable. Just remarkable.
Do you recall my father from back then?
I'm afraid not. Those were my droving days, you see. I didn't spend much time in Bewley, but an interesting turn of events nonetheless.
What do you know of Mother Mildred?
I'll tell you what I know about Mother Mildred. She wants locking up.
Oh dear.
How so?
She owes me a small fortune on her tab from years ago. Do remind her next time you see her, won't you?
I'd rather not get involved, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Careful who you trust, Miss Bateman.
Who is Miss Tompkins?
a housemaid in the employ of Panswick Manor. She comes by to pick up his lordship's weekly paper.
I'm surprised newspapers are available in Bewley.
Aye, his lordship gets what he wants.
Okay.
Lord Panswick likes to keep up with affairs from outside of Bewley.
Aye, he has many interests around the country.
What sort of interests?
His lordship's affairs are his own business.
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
Sorry, lass. I've none at all.
Never mind. Does the name Saxnot mean anything to you?
No, I can't say it does.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Good day, little one. Hello? What's this? A fiddle bow? There's no string. My name is Thomasina. What's yours? Don't be shy. I don't mean you any harm. What are you doing out here all alone on the moors? Do you live here? Would you like me to fix your bow so you can play your fiddle again? Yes? Hey!
Thank you, child. Okay. I'll meet you back here.
Perhaps I can mend the bow for her. If memories of my childhood violin lessons serve me right, bowstring is made from animal hair.
Waxy resin.
Coated in a waxy resin. The strings don't vibrate without it.
Okay. Well, see. Well, you're a farm, aren't you?
The empty bucket smells of rancid milk. I should ask Mr. Bryden for permission.
What do you want?
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
If you can get any milk out of old Eunice, you're welcome to it.
Eunice?
Me goat. Good luck.
Thank you. Hi, girl.
Easy girl.
Hi.
I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
Yeah. Do I even...
All right, we're doing this.
Okay, just don't... What? Okay. I think it's time to...
I'm not sure what that was. I don't know what's happening to me.
I don't know.
All this superstitious nonsense must be getting to my head.
That would not make you hallucinate, girl. Just tell you right now.
Did you get any milk out of her?
I tried, and failed miserably.
She's a temperamental beast.
Perhaps you could milk her for me?
I'd like to help you, lass, but I've just had a flare-up in me joints. I worked myself too hard this morning. I couldn't bend down to save myself.
Is there anything I can do to help?
My wife would say I'm beyond any help, I'm certain of that. But if you know of any remedies for aching joints, please send them my way.
I'll see what I can do, Mr.
Mildred,
Bryden.
maybe?
I'm going to rest for a while.
Excuse me.
Ta-ra now.
Ta-da! Okay, can we... Oh yeah, I can just fast travel. Whoa!
Daddy, I have something for you. I do hope you remember it. I've taken great care of it. I'll fetch it for you now, all right?
Alright, let's grab it.
Daddy, you must remember this. The day that started it all. It's the red urn you buried in the garden for me. My first ever excavation. Where should I put it?
Yeah, that seems safe.
Perfect. It will catch the light from your lamp so nicely. There. I'm going to become a great barrow digger just like you. I hope the pot reminds you of those adventures we had together when I was a child, and how thankful I am for everything you've taught me. Now I must tell you about my visit to Pallinghurst. I found an arrowhead.
That's sweet.
Good day.
Yes?
Do you know of any remedies for aching joints?
You're too young to be suffering from this, surely.
It's for someone else, Mr. Bryden.
Yes. I know just the poultice.
Capital. May I have some?
Well, I don't have the ingredients, I'm afraid.
What do you need to make it?
It's a simple blend made of natural elements. Elderflower and flirtwort. I can make the poultice for you if you bring me these things. Then it just needs to be applied directly to the joints. That should ease his burden.
Alright.
Thank you. Where can I find some flirtwort?
Flirtwort is not commonly found around Bewley. It's a perennial shrub that bears small white flowers. You might find some growing out on moors if you're lucky.
Thank you. Where can I find some elderflower?
There used to be quite a few elder plants growing here in Hernwood. Nowadays, you might find the shrub growing within a hedgerow or a private...
I see. What does elderflower look like?
Elderflowers are small, white, and grow in clumps on the elder shrub. Elder shrubs can grow in all shapes and sizes. Just look out for the clumps of tiny white flowers.
Okay.
Farewell.
Well,
This looks like it might be elderflower. I'll take some.
hi. Are these it?
Good day. I have some elderflowers here.
Show me. No, this is not elderflower. It's cowbane. An easy mistake to make. The two look very similar.
Oh,
It's safe to eat, as long as you're not a cow. Very toxic to cattle.
where can I find some elderflower?
There used to be quite a... Nowadays,
I see. What is
elderflower.
Okay, I heard all that. Oh my gosh, we're already... Alright, well, I didn't realize we were at the 30-minute mark again. Oh, shoot, cutscene.
Excuse me, Miss Bateman. I'm in something of a hurry. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. Which work is that quote from?
Romeo and Juliet. Oh, he's gone.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off here. And then, yeah, I'll go ahead and see you all in the next video when we go track down these flowers. Bye, everybody.